I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and did away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million things that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. My day really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. Slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Mass hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me. I'm brain full of shame, I don't wanna lose it. Trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. My day really not tame. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and did away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million things that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. full of steam, trying to find my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. My team really not tame, I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage, it's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm a slave for you.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure just to have you live and in charge for a little Sim 500 GOAT Racing Diecast Cup Series action. Make sure that you reach up, hit that like button for me, goes along with the stream to all the followers and subscribers out there on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. And we're live on all four. That's one of the cool things about what we do. It's one of the cool things about what we see, and appreciate everybody being out there. Thank you for killing it out there and knocking it out of the park and being some of the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, because that's awesome. That's how I see things. We are in week 7 here for the GOAT Racing Diecast Cup Series. Folks, make sure you go to GOATRacingDiecast.com. And I mean that wholeheartedly, because Charles Vance Coy has some of the best in his inventory for you to choose from. And if you get out there and you see something that you like and he doesn't have it, well, get a hold of him on his website and try to find it for you. Diecasts are all about what our memorabilia is when it comes to NASCAR. And if you've got an iRacing fiend like we all do here and you like speed, well, then having a diecast your favorite NASCAR driver is one way to support that. So go to GOATRacingDiecast.com and check it out. Sim 500 brings you this series each and every week, and Sim 500 eSports Leagues is located at sim500.com. Make sure that you go check them out. If you would be a part of this series or any series that Sim 500 puts on, that's the best way to do it. It's the best way to get a hold of them. And you can see not only their schedules on the days that they're running, but you can also see the point schedule, the point standings for each of the series as well. That's where I go and find all my information for the Sim 500 series. So make sure you go check them out. Tonight, coming into today's race, Nelson Rivera, 1 point off of first place from Wesley Donaldson. So Wesley will be trying to extend some of those points and do what he can here to try to extend that lead. I'm telling you, this series coming down to the wire is just going to be absolutely fantastic. From Wesley Donaldson to Chad Coleman, only separated it by 9 points. So that's there's 6 races left in this series after this race, and we're just past the halfway point. And because we're past the halfway point, things start heating up, and we're seeing a big field today, which is absolutely fantastic. Congrats to the drivers for getting out there and putting some time and energy in for this race today. We're out there qualifying right now, so here's a look at what your race information is going to look like for the Sim 500 series, presented by GOAT Racing Diecast, and it is going to be week 7 at Homestead Miami Speedway. 100 laps for the drivers, no stages, two sets of tires. They have no fast repair. They have 2 attempts at a green-white checkered. This 1.5 mile track runs absolutely phenomenal. Sim 500 eSports giving us a like out there. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for the like. Andrew Hansley, thank you for the like and the share out there as well on Facebook. Andrew, thank you for following us on Twitch. Cody S, I believe it's going to be Cody Siegel. He's going to be giving us a follow on not only Twitch, but subscribe on our YouTube channel, folks. And we appreciate everything that they do. This series, an absolute blast, and you're going to see some championship caliber drivers, and you're going to see some championship caliber racing all throughout what this series has been doing on Thursday night. So much love to the GOAT Racing Diecast Cup Series and everything that they've been able to do, and I always appreciate it. NC811.org. That is the North Carolina 811, which is called Before You Dig. But I encourage you to check out all of the websites throughout your state and your local community to make sure that you can get out there and do the right thing. Make sure you call before you dig, folks, because if you don't, you can find yourself in a rough spot and cause not only property damage, a lot of property damage, but you can also risk your life by just digging and not having your lines marked. And it's a big serious thing. So make sure you go out there. Think of nc811.org. Make sure you go check it out on the website if you're out there in North Carolina. Again, call before you dig is I think it's common sense, but sometimes we want to make sure we put that out there. 116 degrees. 116. There you go. On this 1.48 mile length track surface, 78 degrees on the air temperature, 45% humidity, partly cloudy skies with the 2-mile-an-hour wind means that it's just going to be what it is. How about them apples? It's going to be a great time. Thank you to each and every one of you for continuing to support the stream and continue to support what we do. We're very close to that 1,500 mark on YouTube, so thank you very much to everybody who's been making YouTube grow. We've basically all of our growth that we've seen go to Facebook and go to Twitch has been migrating over to YouTube. Folks are finding YouTube a little bit more easy to put on their big screens, or their man caves, or maybe maybe your wife has a she shed and she's got a TV in there. She's relaxing and doing what she does, watching you, or if vice versa. That's the coolest thing about iRacing is that everybody can get out here and race. So go to iRacing.com. Make sure you sign up for your subscription today. Use Robert Friery the third, RobertFrieary, and then 2 I's to make the third right there as your driver, and as a referral to give him a bonus, and that goes a long way to help the drivers get more cars and do things like that. So make sure you check him out. That's the driver I'm talking about. Make sure you go check him out. Not only will we check him out in the racetrack, but give himself some fun. Absolutely phenomenal. That's right. You got 5 TVs going on here. Last at the BDR headquarters. Like it. See, that's what I mean. That's what I like. Anthony, thank you very much. He says you're a great commentator, man. Love this channel and what you've done and how thrilling this stuff. It's amazing to hear you guys say that. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be able to do this for these drivers and for these leagues, and to be able to have been able to do this. We're approaching our 4th year, and coming up very soon, as SDK decides it's going to have a hiccup here. Coming up very soon, here in 2 Saturdays, we're actually going to do a subathon to celebrate a little bit earlier. So check that out. It's going to be we're going to be on Twitch and Facebook, or I'm sorry, Twitch and YouTube when we do that. I posted a Facebook event to show that that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to do some resetting of SDK, because SDK is being SDK right now. So bear with me. And we'll, give me a compliment like that, and SDK goes down. That's awesome. Thank you, folks, very much. They've got a little bit of a warm-up that they do in the middle of all this. So you're going to see a little blank screen right there. That's what it looks like for information that we get for the drivers, because I wanted to refresh the iRacing overlay. There it is. There it is. Now it's back. Sometimes you got to clear some cache. The driver's going to be out there. Pit road entrance right there. That's exactly one of the one of the worst places to think about coming to pit road. You might see some drivers use the access road here. More than likely, the drivers, when they come in for the green flag pit stop, they're gonna be dropping into that lower gear and just trying to get on the brakes as fast as possible. It is tough to get on this series, to get on the brakes in this series, not just in this series, in this racetrack. Especially in this car, so that brake bias is going to be important. But if you crank the brake bias in this car, you'll find yourself having issues, and we don't want to see anybody have any issues, right? That's the way I see it. That's the driver right there, Robert Friery the third. Use him as your promo code on iRacing. Go to iRacing.com. Do that. Thank you very much for all of that. And this track is, especially these cars, it's going to be crazy. I hope it delivers exactly the race that you're looking for when it comes to Homestead, because Homestead is a multi-group track, and it is an absolute blast of a track. Tyler Dalton's going to be your pole sitter here tonight, though, as the drivers load in for that's the SC811. See, there you go. You can represent your state out there in this series when it comes to 811. So again, call before you dig. Wesley Donaldson will be your outside pole sitter. Jorgensen Jr. and Nelson Rivera will make up the next row. It's going to be crazy to see Donaldson and Rivera. They're going to that is literally a position point in a lap lead for this series. Galantoni is going to be your inside row number 3 with Glenn Campbell. Row number 4 is going to be Doy Woods and Eric Arnold. Bobby Wetzel is going to have Jimmy Coleman out there in that row number 5 spot. Braxton Deweese and Mike Montesi, you're going to make it row number 6. Row 7 is going to be Chad Coleman and Robert Friery. And Fowler and Maximus Molina is going to be out there. See, you guys have some amazing names. Maximus Molina. You know, we'll talk about Molina here a little bit. My favorite catcher of all time, St. Louis Cardinal fan here, of course. And to be Maximus Molina, that's fantastic. Joey Gatton is going to be out there at the 14 with James Smith to his outside. Andrew Hansley, the guy who got out there and liked and cheered earlier. Much love to you. Thank you for the Hansley Motorsports team for being out there and cheering on Andrew. Danny Veitch is going to be out there in row number 10 as well to the outside. Kevin King, Josh Parker, Nathan Little, Billy Hensley is going to be out there in that row 12 spot to the outside. Doug Sigmund, Kevin Menapace, and Derek Hyatt, the final driver. 27 drivers in today's race as Homestead Miami Speedway gets ready to rock and roll. You're going to knock your socks off with not only a fast track, but a fast pace. Geico Restart Zone coming up as we'll be green for 100 laps here at Homestead. '91 to the outside. We're going to see side-by-side racing into turn 1. Eric Arnold having an issue early here. He is down on the bottom side. Hopefully we can get the car rolling. He went off track, and now he's going to reset. So Tyler Dalton out front over Wesley Donaldson here. Carol, thank you very much. Mr. Van Ness, thank you very much. Again, Sim 500, thank you very much as well. Much love to you. I hope you're having a wonderful evening out there. It is Jorgensen to third, Nelson Rivera working at long run race pace. We'll have to he's got to take his time here, so figure the car out. That's one of the things about this car is that it'll hug the bottom side for quite a while, and then about halfway through this one, you're going to see the car start to migrate up. We've been watching that dynamic track model and the dynamic tire model that iRacing has thrown together for all of these drivers, and the tires are starting to become a bigger and more important factor when it comes to the race line, and not only the race line, but where these drivers find themselves on the racetrack. We'll see about 50 to 55 laps on a green flag pit cycle. We might see some of the drivers come down pit road on 50. They might try to stretch it. We'll see what the drivers can do. 100% fuel in these cars puts the mile-and-a-half track surface between 55, 58 to 62, depending on who saves the amount and depending on shifting and where the gears are. We'll see a lot of the drivers get out there and shift. Fastest lap of the race so far is going to be a 33.84 for Tyler Dalton as Wesley Donaldson leads that second back about 0.3 of a second off the pace, almost 0.4 as they get down the straightaway, closing in the gap into the race line. Wesley trying to do a little bit more here as we'll take a look at the closer cam. One of the portions of this racetrack that it always seems to develop the most heat is going to be on the bottom side. So checking those things out, it's going to be insane. So I appreciate it. Little Jahee, thank you very much. Lim Jahee, thank you very much for following us out there. Let's go LRC. Much love. Madison, thank you for liking the stream as well. Much love to everybody. Thank you to all the comments out there. Continue to have those comments. Those comments go a long way to help the stream. And on top of that, these drivers like to know that you're cheering for them. So make sure you check them out. About Chad Coleman back here, he's going to have a good battle side by side with 4. That's Mike Montesi to the outside. Montesi driving a little Chevy action. Toyota to the inside. A couple of Fords inside the top 10. That'll be 3 of them. Nelson Rivera leads the Ford camp on the bottom side with the LaRue 22 as they continue to push at 5 of 100. Braxton Deweese is going to be here in that 8th spot. I'm sorry, in the 9th spot into the 8th car. He's up 2 spots. Chad Coleman, first Toyota of the field. He's got around one of the Fords of Doy Woods. That's the 28 there. Big push on the race line. Off one is Robert Friery as they continue to loop that outside lane. That outside lane is going to be very important here. Oh, caution's going to come out here as we see some drivers going around. Bobby Wetzel in the 9. This is the Great Lakes Brewing Company Chevy Camaro goes around. Man, oh man. Jimmy Coleman there as well. Here's a look. Ooh. I think Jimmy's having internet issues. I think that's what's going on there. So there's what's happening there. Oof. Jimmy Coleman. So he backs off the pace right there. That's what happened there. He's good. Bobby Wetzel was the driver. Here's Bobby. See what happened to Bobby here. One more time on the caution here. Oh, the 29 was right there on the back bumper of the 9. He was bumping about out of the corner. That's a little bit of close speed there for the Hate Grips. Rev Grips. Sorry, the Rev Grips. It's the back bumper of the 9 and sends him around there. But Bobby will have to take a look at the tires and see what he wants. Some of the drivers might come in and try maybe a short pit strategy, get himself some fuel, check the damage on the car. There's the 29. He's coming to pit road. Danny Veitch is going to come in as well. You know, we'll see what these drivers do. James Smith. I think he might have a set. You know, having an extra set of tires here is a good thing. I mean, they really only need that one middle set. But if you have an extra set and you can do something like this and this thing runs green to the end, good strategy to have. Tyler Dalton right there with Chad Coleman. Wesley Donaldson in third, as Mark Jorgensen will be in that 4th spot. Kalen Tony's going to be in 5th. Elson Rivera off 2, but a chance to move forward here is we'll see if the tire saving model. Track position is very key, and especially as we see these drivers start to put in the major effort and the major time, we'll see these drivers put a lot more than just time into it. That's for darn sure. If you haven't followed us on TikTok, folks, I encourage you to do so. But I've been starting to do a new form of our TikToks. It's literally, I think, the way that I want to do our TikTok lives. It's a portion of the racetrack. I take little snippets of the race line, and I've got a little camera that we have overlaid on it. And I posted one that's been doing pretty well. So we want to transfer that to subscriber count, or not subscriber count, to follower count, so that way we can go live on one more platform for these iRacing fanatics and all these drivers. It's amazing to see just the support that the iRacing community has been able to have. And during the lockdowns, iRacing was absolutely huge, and to see that on average between 10 and 50,000 drivers per day, depending on the weekday, and sometimes a little bit more than that on iRacing on the weekend, means that you can get out there and you can race pretty much anything, and get out there and have some fun. So we appreciate the crews, we appreciate the time, we appreciate the energy of all the series. We've got Cup Series action tonight, Cup Series action again tomorrow night. This Chop Shop Racing crew gets out there and puts the time together to they're going to run some fast cars tomorrow. You're going to run the next gen cars tomorrow night. Saturday night we are doing a charity stream for autism awareness. That is for the Heart to Heart series. They have a charity race that they're putting on that we're going to be a part of. So I'm happy to be able to do that. And we like it. Chris, thank you very much for the like out there. Much love to you. So yeah, we're going to be doing lots of things. It's going to be absolutely amazing. John Boy Talking Giants. We like that podcast. I like John Boy's way of doing his short form content as well. Absolutely killer. Let's go number 8, the Interstate 4 Mustang Braxton. Thank you very much, Chris. Get out there. Give your shout outs to your drivers. I want to hear it. I want to see it. Did I miss anybody? Get a couple of them. Good luck. Carol says good luck to the 29 of Andrew Hansley. Good luck. Madison says good luck. Go Nathan and Derek. Man, this truck and especially these cars, it's going to be. I tell you what, the trucks are a ton of fun on this track, but it is tougher to pass than the trucks here than anything else. My favorite vehicle to drive on Homestead, besides the trucks, just because I like the tough to pass close racing that it brings, is the Xfinity car. But don't take away from the talent these drivers have in this one. The 97 and the 66, what do they look like? They're back here. There's Nathan Little in 17th. He's running the Krispy Kreme 97. And the 66 is right here. Derek Hyatt right there. Cool Ranch Doritos. Back at it here at 11 of 100. That's going to work. There you go, Madison. Jimmy Coleman, middle part of the field, off 8. We try to move forward. There's a trans service Ford Mustang. We'll see if the drivers get calmed down now. See a little smoke out there. I wonder if anybody's burning some tire off here in the early going. We'll see how that works. For 18 of Billy Hensley, it's going to be right here in that Toyota. Oh, off. Going to be free. 69 whirl and minute pace of the 87. Able to save the car. That 87, that's Eric Arnold right there. The 31, able to save the car here, so it's going to be looking for Lucky Dog. Got a minute 16 of damage fixed, so maybe taking a look at that. James Smith is going to be down in pit road right now, getting some more of that damage taken care of. Smith working on Tyler Dalton, fastest lap of the race is Wesley Donaldson. How about Mark Jorgensen of the 88? Olsen and on his way to the front, side by side, right behind him. How about it, Nelson Rivera and the 8, Braxton DeWeese. DeWeese here in the Ford camp. Got to run the outside. He's going to run the side draft down to the bottom side. This is what's great about this car. Ooh, a little freight right there. You see the nose kind of tug just a little bit on the 8 car. 22 will be dropping in and run that second lane. 8's going to be able to pull that air off the 29 and the 22. And once the tires start leveling out, this is what you start seeing from these drivers as the 8 will get a run on the outside. Moving the air around these cars is a real thing on this simulator, and I absolutely love it. As you'll take a look, here's a look at what the 22 does. You see how the 8 gets a little tight on the corner. The 22 out of the throttle to stay out of the back bumper of the 8. And that's one of the things that it makes this car unique and dynamic. I do miss the way that the Gen 6 car was able to move the corner and move the air a little bit more. But right now, Tyler Dalton out front, 88 in second, 91 of Donaldson in third. Anthony and Kevin here are going to go side by side, 84 to the 29. The RevGrips.com, Chevy Camaro down to the bottom side. Let's go racing, Chris DeWeese. Let's go, Brad. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Madison. Absolutely. I'm all about it. I'm all about you guys and you folks and you gals, everybody out there cheering on your drivers. That's what's important. That's what matters. That is the reason why I got into this, is because somebody told somebody no once, and by happenstance, I just so happened to figure out how to call a race and figure out how to do this on a PC, and that's exactly what made this happen. So. Which we can appreciate. 4 of Montesi up on the high side, running very close to the wall, where I call it the Larson line, just because Larson does it very well. But we're starting to see drivers like Christopher Bell do it as well. We're seeing drivers in the Toyota camp put a lot of energy of making the high line work. On top of that, Gibbs has been doing a pretty phenomenal job of doing it. Of course, I'm a Hendrick Motorsports fan, and you could like or dislike it. Everybody has their driver, but of course I have been a Kyle Larson fan for a little while now. I've been a Larson fan since he was in the 42. But was it? And that was until and that was after Dale Earnhardt Jr. Retired. He was a junior fan throughout the majority of my teen years up until. Well, yeah, up until we got to my post-adulthood. 18 of 100. Now we're going to be running green. We'll see if the new tires that Derek Hyatt took here in the 66 is going to be able to outlast some of the drivers. See the 31 on the bottom side. Eric Arnold be coming to pit road Tyler Dalton out front. Now, a lot of these drivers utilize this series to practice for the Sim 500 series on Monday nights, which is I've got to get the link for where it's broadcasted. You can check those folks out as well. So, but find the Sim 500 website, and it's got all the information for you there, folks. We broadcast the Go Racing Diecast Cup Series on Thursdays, and they got their own points battle going on here for the series. And it may be practice for some, but for me, it's racing, and you want to win everything you can. And it's good to see these drivers get out there and put the time, energy, and effort in. As we look at the splits, as what's going on, Hansley's going to be in 25th. Sigmund back here in the 04. 1852 driver putting in a little bit of effort. Hyatt's going to be up 4 for the 66. Derek Hyatt in 23rd. Danny Veitch is going to be here in the Toyota off to the 69 is going to be right behind Kevin Menapace in the 87. 87 taking some time, energy, and effort. Little PBR Wrangler action of that Ford Mustang. 20th belongs to John Fowler in the 42. He's trying to track down the 97, and Nathan Little's going to be up 4. There's the 97. A little Krispy Kreme action for the for the energy out there. That's what we need. If I could have donuts, I would Krispy Kreme would be. So it's Krispy Kreme, then Daylight, and then there is a little mom and pop place in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. That when I could eat, when I used to be able to eat donuts, and I worked up at the courthouse for the Garfield County Sheriff's Office and the Glenwood Springs Police Department. It was all about having some good donuts, and I'm pretty sure it was JL's. Donut shop. It was a little mom and pop shop, and I think it was owned by just a young entrepreneur. Gatna goes by Doy Woods. That was the battle for 18th right in there. Joey Gatna in the 14, pushing forward as the Chesterton Ford Mustang gets around Doy Woods, and a little bit of Havoline action right there. I do like it. Billy Hensley is going to be in the 18, up 8 for the Toyota Interstate Batteries. Little homage. I think Kyle Busch wears it better. If I'm gonna say anything about it, I like the new 2025 Toyota Camry, but I think Kyle Busch wears it better. I kind of miss the old Kyle Busch. He needs to step up the aggressiveness a little bit. Even though it makes him a villain sometimes, I think Kyle's calmed down. Jimmy Coleman off 6. It was a battle right there for a small one right there as the 18 starts to make the high line work. There's Bobby Wetzel off 5. He's in 14th. Bobby, of course, part of that first caution, and now has the high line going to work as this little 3-car battle is for 14th. Friary is going to be right here in that 77, up 1. Continue to push forward. Little Miller look there for the Friary Customs. I like that. Friary's Custom Carpentry. There you go. Probably got a website out there. Throw it in the chat. As long as the bot doesn't. Mike Montesi's going to be right where he started. One of a handful of drivers that are right where they started. Montesi is in 12th. Maximus Molina is going to be at 5 in that Toyota. 3 Toyotas back to back right now. As it goes, Maximus Molina, Joshua Parker, and that 81 who's going to be up 12. Chad Coleman in 9th right now, inside the top 10 is going to be up 4. Glenn Kemple is going to be there in the 44. And now the pack racing starting to happen. Nelson Rivera trying to track down Wesley Donaldson for that extra position point right now. And it would matter, especially getting into the series on where these drivers go. Anthony Calantoni is going to be off 1 in that 6th spot. As Braxton Deweese in the number 8 car continues to move forward. Up 6 as they would go. Mark Jorgensen Jr. off 1. The 88 will be there with the 8, continuing to push as well. Wesley Donaldson started 2nd, back to 3rd right now. Kevin King, your biggest mover of the race, sits 2nd here, trying to track down Tyler Dalton, the 72, 46 IA-rated driver, continuing to push forward as they progress 27 to 100 as we're about halfway through the green flag pit cycle with one caution coming out on lap 6. That is the race right now as they would go. They come around. They're going to have a phenomenal run here as the 19 and the 29 continue to have a wonderful race up front. Wesley Donaldson, a second and a half back as these two drivers who are out front, putting a little bit more on the preface of just trying to keep that clean air and keep that speed. Here comes the other greater than 6,000 I-rated driver in the field, the 88. Braxton DeWeese is right behind him, 5,500 on his I rating. As our strength of field is going to be somewhere in that 3K mark. Phenomenal racing for these drivers so far. Billy Woods, 44.61, still putting some fast laps down. How about it? Kevin King trying to battle for the lead here. 19 of Tyler Dalton. Figuring out what the SC811 race line's going to be. It's going to be back in toast. A little bit of clean air. Now the 29 who is saved. Just a little bit. Goes up 20. It's going to be your biggest mover of the race and your new race leader. Nathan would be driving the Krispy Kreme. Yeah. Do you have a driver in this race? Bully Dog Coffee and Company. I don't know if you do. Go Bubba. Go Bubba. Remy and Safir. I like it. There you go. Would like to see it. Oh, Ansley having an issue. He had to jump to pits. We'll see. Did he just go and stop? I think he came to pit road. He was done with the race right there. So 24 drivers left in today's race. The 04 of Doug Sigmund putting more at stake. Pro Systems brakes on that one. A little free for the 04. Your Hyatt's going to be in that 66. Continue to run. It's got the 87. Here's a good little battle right here. See if that driver continues to run a little bit on that bottom side. To see just a little bit of drift out of these cars. And right now the 87 out of the corner. Yeah, a little free. You see both of the drivers get a little free. A little bit of the nose plant right there. As Sigmund tries to carry, I think Doug is at that bottom line, try to make some things happen. How about Josh Parker, Nelson Rivera going back at it here? 22, try to get to the inside. It's now becoming very tough to pass. 81 to the outside, WD Diecast as they would run. Kevin King, Tyler Dalton, 81, 91. Braxton DeWeese in fourth. Jorgensen is right there on the high side. We're still seeing the low line work for Kevin King, who's your race leader. They come out of the back straightaway, 29. With a good look at what we're seeing out of this driver, 3/4 of a second for the 29 to Tyler Dalton, who led the first basically 20 and a half laps. As you see him start to stretch out here. Here's a look at the dashboard. On the right of your screen, 175 miles an hour on the front straightaway. Drops at about 150, 140. Way out of the throttle when it comes to the pace. John Fowler out of the race. He is up at a pit road. We'll take a look. I think he just got free. He did. Bam! Oh, left side damage. So he jumps to pit road. And with that left front toe link broken like that, that will make this one... That'll make it a difficult race. So King is slow in the corners and fast on the straightaways, as we've not seen really drivers with speeds above the 180-86 mark in a hot while. So fast times right now. Chad Coleman, one of the fastest drivers on the racetrack this last time by, but at a top speed of 185. Maximus Bolina, 187 is the fastest speed he just took. King Tony, 188. That's going to be your fastest driver on the racetrack right now. You just ran a sub 34.3. Your race leader 34.4. Kevin King, 35 laps in. Tyler Dalton pushes a little bit ahead now, trying to surge back, close in about a 10th. To Kevin King. Here's your last 5 laps. The bottom of the screen. King to Dalton. A 10.5 gained right there on 30. 2.5 tenths on lap 31. A 10th on lap 32. And then a 10th overall on 33 and 34 as Tyler Dalton tries to close it back down. Go 18, says Carmel. You like it. Telling you, Billy's wearing it. He's wearing it very nicely. Gatton is closing in on him. Wearing a good little paint scheme. We like it. There it is. Battle box for position. The bottom of Wetzel 3/10 of a second in front of 18 here. And that's the draft nose, or the draft that you see, the nose cam here for Billy Hensley. Appreciate it. Shout your drivers out. I'll go to up on the wall. Ooh, at right rear. We're cursing them. It's not. We're shout your drivers out. We'll get them out there. Nelson Rivera to the bottom side, trying to close out some of this one. Danny Veach had an issue here. I think he got free off the corner, and he just went ahead and stopped and put it on the bottom side here. We like to see it. Oh, no, sometimes I put the chat a little bit low. There we go. Now you can see what's much love. 29 out front has a 1.3 second lead over Tyler Dalton. Wesley Donaldson to Braxton Deweese. Braxton, whoa, baby. Tyler Dalton going around. And that should have been a caution by any stretch of the imagination. Not Tyler Dalton, sorry, that was Wesley Donaldson. Not Tyler Dalton. Tyler Dalton's in second. Wesley Donaldson going around. 88 with a big run. He got free, and then the 8 comes up. Oh, a little net code. No caution. They're wrecked to the bottom side, so they'll continue to push. He was sideways in the race line, even if it's on the bottom side of the racetrack. That's a big buffer zone on the backside of this racetrack that Homestead is notorious for when it comes to iRacing. It's one of the tracks that if you have an issue on the back straightaway, that wreck to the inside can change your race. On the front straightaway, there's a big wall on the inside, so that absolutely means everything. How about the gyro cam for these drivers? They're close to that wall. Yep, that one. The right front. Look at that. Inches away. Inches away from the wall. Little separation off the corner. Joey Gatnick coming to pit road. 9, a little free. Bobby Wetzel here. We'll start to see some of the drivers. 41 of 100. Here. Ooh. Little free for Braxton Deweese. Back side by side as they go. That air just stalls out on the bottom side. You're so out of the throttle. Tyler Dalton's going to be in third. Jorgensen closing in the pace. Back here as the 88 goes to work. Nelson Rivera, the 22, in fourth now. So when you look at points, Wesley Donaldson now with a 17-point deficit to Nelson Rivera when it comes to the race line. And again, Chad Coleman could possibly, if these points stay where they're at, Chad Coleman could take that race line away. So the 38 could take some of those points and those position points away. But Wesley Donaldson will have to go to work. 42 of 100 coming to pit road as the WD Diecast points leader coming into today's race is having some misfortune. Got a little free on corner exit, and there was just 2 cars there. The 8 got up into him. It was Braxton Deweese. But it happens. So that's the corner exit. I think if they were running at speed, I don't think they get into each other. I think a little netcode helped it out too, but oh man. 8 back to the inside of the 9 here. Roy Woods of the 28. 11 spots gained to Billy Hensley as they continue to work. Anthony Calantoni is going to be in 12th here as the driver started 5th. Oh no, Nathan Little coming to pit road. Whoa. Hold on. Just missed something. I don't know why it switched. Sorry. Anthony having an issue there. We're just going to back straight up. Yeah, he was just free on the high side there. So I don't know why it switched the camera on me there, folks. I didn't click anything, so I must have clicked something before. And he's just free off the corner. Oh, left rear. And Homestead being Homestead. We'll see Anthony come to pit road. Kevin King out front, 3 seconds over Tyler Dalton as the Rev Grip's driver pushes a little bit forward. Good to see everybody out there, folks. Thank you very much to everybody who's tuned in tonight. Again, like, follow, subscribe for more content, and hit the notification bell to let you know when we go live. Good race so far, 45 of 100, as the cautions. The wrecks are happening, but the cautions are not. So that's kind of how it's happening. I mean, drivers are getting free. These tires are absolute. This track wears tires like the best of them, and a good view to take in for any of these drivers who might want to get out here and race this one. We'll see the 87. That is the PBR Nation driver in the 87. Montesi goes to pit road here. Ooh. What if he went to pit road on purpose? Yep. So I talk about getting to pit road. You downshift to the wrong spot. Oh. That can happen. That can happen. The tough pit road to get into. You think about the speeds that they have to go, they have to get onto pit road. So Kevin King right now, 136 in the corner. You see that right there. It drops all the way down. 140, 150 miles an hour down to the 40, 45 mile an hour speed zone is it's tough. And then you're doing it on 16 degree banking. It goes from bank to 3 degrees on the front straightaway when it comes to dropping into pit road, and it's still a flat enough surface to make it difficult. So interesting to see the drivers having to have those battles. 87 is going to be your race leader. 87 is going to be first driver battle for the lap down position here, as Kevin, the 1435 I-rated driver, runs right there where the 29 does. 29 goes to the inside. 87 is going to go a lap down. Homestead is fun. It is it is a driver's track. It really is. Jorgensen in third. Nelson Rivera inside the top 5. We'll see what Wesley Donaldson does here to be able to get some of that time back. Right now, the lap times, Donaldson 34:02 his last lap time. I'm sorry, 33:75 his last lap time. Kevin King 34:74, so second faster than your race leader. Donaldson this time will run a 34:02. 33:75 is his fastest. We'll see what he can do here. He's going to be able to utilize some of that extra time to be able to get himself back around again. Came to pit road on 41 due to that contact and going around, able to save some of the car. And it doesn't look like Wesley Donaldson has all that much damage. He goes to the outside of the 04. Yeah, I think he's fine. I think there's no damage there to push. I bet Joey Gatna comes in as well on 41. Some drivers trying to do a little bit of strategy here to maybe leapfrog some of what's happening. Montesi comes to pit road. Montesi jumped back to pit road. Something might have happened here on 47. Here's the 4. Yeah. Oh, that's when that happened. So that's when he jumped to pit road. He still had some issues still going on there. Priory in the 77 is going to be up 4. He's inside the top 10. As Billy Hensley in the 18 is going to be up 12. An opportunity for a couple of drivers to still snag that biggest move of the race. The 81 to the outside of the 44. Glenn Campbell will drop in. 81 of the WE Diecast Toyota Camry. Up near the wall, side by side here for the 81 to the 44. 44 down to the straightaway, 81 down to the straightaway as well. And they'll go back neck and neck. That's the drag race that we see out of this car. Late in this one, you see just a little bit of wall contact for the, you see a little bit of stripes, a little bit of scuffing for the 81, but it's how it works. Glenn Campbell in the 44 will clear, and we'll dump the dirty air back onto the onto Parker here. Josh Parker still up 16. Jorgensen back where he started. Rivera back where he started. So we have 2 drivers right now that have netted even on the race line. Derek Height coming to pit road. Kevin King out front, 3.2 seconds for Tyler Melton. 47 laps to go. I'm going to grab a bottle of water, folks. I'll be right back. My throat's it's going through a change right now, and I'm in my 40s, so that's not supposed to happen. So we'll throw this on exciting for you. It'll pass through your camera, pass through the drivers, and pass through what's going on as Kevin King leads. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. I had to clear my throat. I got myself a little coughing fit there. Right now, Jorgensen, your race leader. There's Glenn Campbell. Green flag pit stops have already kind of subsided. Jorgensen 17.6 second lead right now over Billy Hensley, who's going to be in the 18th spot. Came in on 7. Bobby Wetzel came in on 8. Billy Hensley in passed right now by the 97, so the 97 on his way back to try to get his lap back, as we'll see what Jorgensen does here. 65 of 135 laps to go this next time by in this one. And apologies about taking a little bit of an extension there. I needed to get out there and clear my throat. So the access road for the 88, as he'll come down and get into speed here down a pit road. He's going to be dropping to that 50-mile-an-hour zone. It is 50 miles an hour on pit road, as it would be. Billy Hensley will come around and take over the lead. So the 18 is going to lead some laps here at Homestead. Takes over the lead right there. So credit him with the lead change. He'll have to come around and lead a lap here. Bobby Wetzel 6 seconds off of that pace. Kevin King 1.5 seconds over Tyler Dalton. Kevin King came in on 62. These drivers putting in the time. 59 was when Tyler Dalton came to pit road, so about three lap difference here when it comes to drivers are doing access road for the 88 on corner exit here for Jorgensen, who's currently was just your race leader. So only dropping back to 11th on the pit cycle there. So Billy Hensley will still need to come to pit road. Come around. He's going to get the lead lap. Fantastic racing so far, folks. As again, much love and apologies about having to step away from the desktop here. Tyler Dalton going around Bobby Wetzel, Kevin King on track here, 4.5 back for the 20 to the 18. 32 laps to go next time by, as the 68 lap count marker. I'm sorry, the 68 lap marker happens right now. Again, Sim 500 giving you all the action here today for the GOAT Racing Diecast Cup Series. Thank you to Sim 500 for being absolutely fantastic. Joey Gatna giving us the call and giving us the opportunity to get out here. He came in on 39, and the lap times have leveled out right now. His last lap, 34.65. We're going to see about 6 or 7/10 of a second for the majority of the drivers. But opportunity will start knocking. You can come to pit road and be able to capitalize on that a little bit later. Joey Woods in the 28 in 11th off 4. Josh Parker up 13. Again, Kevin King up 19. 23 spots gained for Billy Hensley, who will be he'll be looking in his rearview mirror very soon, as Kevin King is right there, the bottom side. He's on board Billy Hensley, your race leader. Big, long laps here. 43-second laps for the most part. 44-second laps for the majority of the drivers. And up near the wall, up into the wall for the 18, as King will go to the inside. Kevin King will make the pass and will take back over the lead here, as Hensley will need to think about pit road here pretty soon. Give it on 7, and he is on 70 right now. Sits in second. Tyler Dalton with 2.5 seconds back. Hensley coming to pit road. So Billy's going to be looking at trying to slow that car down, and we'll pit for the cycle. 71 of 100. 18 will drop back to 9th right now. Jorgensen taking over a spot. Be there to the outside. The 88 to the 28 right there. The 28 of Billy Woods came out on 58. 7-lap pressure tires for Jorgensen. 7 laps is a lot, but it's not a lot. These tires have a tendency to level out. The track is leveling out as well, as we'll see. 72 on the marker for Kevin King. 3 seconds the gap. Seen some drivers have issues earlier. Callan Tony's going to be out of the race as well. Going through, and I'm going to look at what the drivers are doing here, and see if there's any incidents that I missed, because I did, of course, have to step away We like our laps. We like our fast lap times. We like seeing these drivers go through. We're seeing some drivers just go to pit road, and some drivers parking at 2 laps down for Billy Sigmund. I'm sorry, not Billy Sigmund, Doug Sigmund. Sorry about that. Doug Sigmund here, the 04. Give it on 65. Jorgensen just ran the fastest lap of the race, 35.53. 33.53. That's 3/100ths of a second faster than the next fastest lap of the race, 33.56. Oh, sorry, that was his last lap. 33.56 was his last lap. So, actually, his lap is Tyler Dalton ran a 33.62. Jorgensen 33.53. Yeah, so he bested the fastest lap of the race by 33.62s by 9/100ths of a second. So almost a tenth there. 33.87 for Josh Parker. That's his fastest lap of the race. Bobby Wetzel in 9th here. Still need to come to pit road. He is sitting out there. He's running a long pit cycle. As we'll take a look. 62 laps for King. 65 for Bobby Wetzel. They're going to try to put in the full fuel cycle and run this thing out of fuel. And only going a lap down is not that big of a deal. When you go multiple laps down, that's when that can become an issue. There's the 44. Glenn Campbell to the bottom side. Campbell in the Tyrrell service. Kevin Camaro. I tell you what, these guys are putting in. We've done technical difficulties with monitors into your race night, Chris. Thanks for having us. Great race, great broadcast. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I hope to see you back next Thursday. You guys put on a heck of a show. I had vocal issues. And it was physical vocal issues. You know what I mean? So, and that's the tough part. You can sometimes you just can't control the monitors and all that stuff, and you can't control what computers are going to throw at you, and we've had that. It used to be before they changed our before we moved the setup into the home office and changed some things around, and it used to be pretty. We used to have internet issues over here. And then we got a hold of Spectrum, and Spectrum made those changes. And when I decided that I was going to pursue this a little bit more, we upgraded our monitors because I run 1440p monitors, folks. I know the stream's in 1080. It's because I cross stream. Nathan Little jumping up pit road as well. I cross stream to 4 different platforms, or restream it, so to speak. So because I do that, I can't run in 1440, which would be the preferred gaming experience, but I wanted things to look more clear, so that way when I went from 1440 to the 1080, that would make the change, and it would look fantastic. So Nelson Rivera is going to be up in 3rd. Wesley Donaldson rebounds to 8th right now. Donaldson came in on 41. Last lap for the driver, 34.76. Jorgensen just ran a 33.91. He's the fastest driver on the racetrack right now. In that capacity. Bobby Wetzel just came in and took tires, so we'll see what Bobby's going to be able to do here. If Bobby's going to be able to close down to Kevin King, get one of his laps back. He's got a 5 1/4 second gap or interval to Kevin King, who is out front. King to the field. Tyler Dalton 5.3 back. Nelson Rivera 3.5 back. Josh Parker is going to be in 4th here. He's got Chad Coleman and Jimmy Coleman behind. So the Coleman tag team, that's what I'm calling it. The Ford and the Toyota will side draft for the 38, 54 to the bottom side. Jimmy Coleman 29.3 on the I rating. Almost clears Chad there. Chad able to battle back, but gives up the race line for the 54. 54 to the corner, 88 up on the high side. Look at the pass on the outside for the 88. Going to utilize all those new tires and carry the grip. On corner exit, 38 will slide up. The draft zone will go to the 88. 88 will get there 54 to the bottom side battle here. This is the battle for fourth. The battle for fifth. As the 81 is in fifth, 54 is in fourth. So there you go, battle for fourth. And 4 drivers here is the 38 to the bottom side. 38 rolls as Chad Coleman tries to hold off Jorgensen to the outside. Will still go neck and neck, trying to clear these drivers on the high side. An interesting push as they would make it. All right, 54, 81, 88. Good little battle here. Kevin King, solid lead, 5 3/4 second over Tyler Dalton. Nelson Rivera, 4 seconds back, goes around to the outside of the 04 down to the bottom. So that's your third spot right here. This little battle. Jimmy Coleman giving on a lap 60. Josh Parker at a lap 60. Jorgensen at a lap 65. 5-lap fresher tires as Chad Coleman goes back a spot. 88 to the bottom side. 38 delivers back on the second lane momentum. 81 up near the wall, and we'll see a little bit of lap traffic up here as well. Josh Parker on the gyro cam as the 54 to the bottom side downshifts into the corner. Momentum to everything here. It is if you disrupt the momentum of a driver, 3 wide on corner exit here. The 88 doing a pretty bang up job of keeping that car close. 88 to the 81 in the draft here. 54 all the way to the bottom side. Little wiggle out of the 81. Woo, little wall tap. Get that car close to the wall. 88 in tow. Will try to carry the corner. Going to run fourth lane. What I mean by fourth lane, he is up in the marbles of this racetrack, and you see about a car widths apart from the wall. He's going to have a run down the back straight. Oh, bump to the 81. 81 went to go low. Pretty wide into the corner. 54, 81. 81 having to back out of the corner. As right now the 88 will have a run and should be able to clear the 81, not the 54. 81 separates the car. It's going to drop in. What a run that was. DJ, thank you very much, sir. 88 to the bottom side will slide up with the 54. Again, thank you to Goat Racing Diecast for being a part of what we do over here. Thank you to Sim 500 for being an absolute dream machine of all the drivers that continue to push. And Jorgensen, an 18-second gap here between the four spot and your race leader. And had a lot of battling going on right there as Chad Coleman goes to drop to the inside on Jimmy Coleman. Josh Parker on the bottom side here. Glenn Campbell trying to close back in as well. Campbell came out on 61. He is closing down just a little bit to Josh Parker. It's Josh Parker in sight. You see Glenn Campbell right here, right in tow. So he is literally a corner away from catching some of these drivers. And right now, Jorgensen, the fastest driver on the racetrack, once again gets around gets away with some of the clean air. But Mark Jorgensen of the 88 trying to separate himself, and he was one of the faster drivers in the long run when it came to his lap times. But he stayed out a little bit longer, and that ate up some of the race lines. So some of the race time. So now he's basically playing big catch up. The tires have leveled off. All that advantage that he had on 65 kind of going away. 18 and a half seconds the difference now as King, this last time by, was your fastest driver, 34.33 to Mark Jorgensen's 34.35, now 34.49. Tyler Dalton, phenomenal race for the 19 as he continues to work. Little South Carolina 811 Sim 500 race line. Again, 811, call before you dig. That's one of the values of the Sim 500 crew. There's the 18 of Billy Hensley. Came to pit road on lap 70. continuing to push here. The 2149.90 rated driver, A-Class 2.2 on the safety rating. Putting some energy in. He's going to run up on the high side here. See if he can carry the corner. Kevin King doing a phenomenal job of putting the energy together. Gatna is a lap down. He came in on 39. He's going to be able to try to make this all the way to the end. We saw drivers go 60-plus laps, so I think Gatna's going to be just fine in that 14. He should be able to make the fuel cycle. There is Maximus Molina. We'll have the 66 in front of him, try to track down Wesley Donaldson. Donaldson, the Robert Friery in 10th is basically about half a second away. There he is, 77. And Benepace and Nathan Little. Nathan Little getting the car worked on pit road. Kevin Benepace is going to be right there, the 87. Final cycle for the 87 as the PBR driver gets out there. He's going to get out there, run some fast laps, see what he can do for the final 9. As Kevin King leads 29. Phenomenal race so far, able to take over. Started 21st, now rolls through the field and going to be in that amazing spot. Derek Hyatt's going to go 2 laps down here. 14.19 for the driver. Cool Ranch Dorito 66. But a good run for him, nonetheless. The never quit attitude is what gets you spots. Love to see it. 7.5 seconds as the Homestead Miami Speedway race line goes to the benefit of the 29, the 04 on the bottom side there. Doug Sigmund in 18th. 66 off of pit road. We'll go another lap down. 04, onto the access road. He's going to come to pit road. He dug down there, knocking it out as well. We'll see it. Homestead Miami Speedway has been a classic race, and it goes to show just how important track position is. Oh, caution comes out. Doug having an issue. Whoa. Oh, Doug was trying to come to pit road. He was on the inner loop road course access area. Oh, right there. And he was slow enough right there that brought out the caution on the front straightaway. That's what I'm talking about. So on the front straightaway, that area right there. If you're slow right here, it'll bring out a caution, right? If you are on the back straightaway here, right where he's at down here, actually back where the other drivers are down there, if you're any more to the left over there, it won't bring out the caution. And so that's crazy, because we saw some drivers earlier that had some issues, and that's where it went. We're going to see if anybody's going to be able to hold on to this one. Who's going to pit for tires? Who's going to catch up to the pace? There's the pace car right there. Is anybody going to pit for tires? Is anybody going to try to take the advantage? Yeah, your race leader's going to take tires. Tyler Dalton, Nelson Rivera, Mark Jorgensen, Jimmy Coleman, Josh Parker, Chad Coleman, all coming to pit road. Wesley Donaldson can take this opportunity to catch up some of that time as he gets into the pit road. And that's a benefit for that driver. Joey Gatna would be your lucky dog here, so he's going to get the free pass. The Chesterton 14. Billy Hensley should be able to stay out there and get his lap back as a free pass car. Bobby Wetzel probably do the same. Eric Hyatt keep it on 50, so he's going to get a free pass here as well. Doug Sigmund can do absolutely that. Minipace is going to be back in the mix. So we're going to see some drivers get back on the lead lap here. Tyler Dalton bidding for track position. Maybe some right sides only. Kevin King going to be your race leader. Jorgensen was very fast in the early going. So that changes everything. Wesley Donaldson up a couple of spots. Nelson Rivera coming off pit road a little later. Wesley Donaldson right side only opportunity here as well. So he's going to leapfrog 5 points over Nelson Rivera. Rivera gets off pit road a little bit slower than Donaldson. He came in from third and drops back to the 10th. Friery is going to be right here. Friery will have it in, I think he's dropping the back here. There's Maximus Molina. You like that name? Tyler Dalton, your race leader. As we would lead here, just need to control the restarts. Nelson Rivera, I take that back. Nelson was just back here. I was going to say he pitted from third, and he was back at 11th. That would be, it looks like he just had to stop when he left pit road. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Jorgensen in third. Tyler Dalton leapfrogs the field, so he'll lose one spot here. Gatton coming to pit road. An opportunity here for that driver. Yeah, tires, a great opportunity. Joey coming in for the second cycle here for himself. He pitted early to short pit himself to get himself some more track position. Was just one lap down. Was your lucky dog, so he's going to be in 13th. Last car, it will be the last car in the lead lap. Billy Hensley will look to take the free pass here. A lot of drivers looking to do so. As actually, we can go to the chopper cam. Yeah, so there's the 66, the 18, 87 looking for a free pass here. There's the 9 of Bobby Wetzel, who's going to be up in 15th. He's going to be looking for that as well. And race leader Tyler Dalton right behind. Golden Drag, you're at Martinsville. Heck yeah, you're going to have a phenomenal race. It's going to be a fantastic time regardless of the outcome of the race. It's going to be amazing. Good deal, man. Martinsville is going to be. I'm looking forward to Martinsville this week. I like the spring race more so than the playoff race because the spring race gets to showcase a little bit cooler temperature when it comes to. Right now, it's going to be cooler. Normally, it's a hotter temperature, but normally it's a hotter race. But somebody's going to walk away with a grandfather clock this week, and. I'm excited. Martinsville is going to be a good race this weekend when it comes to NASCAR. I have not ran any Martinsville races this week, and then normally I would run 1 or 2 in the truck series because I like Martinsville as the official truck race. I'm not a fan of it in the Cup cars or the Xfinity cars as far as iRacing goes, but that's just my preference. A lot of people are really good at it. I'm just not. Thinking to go racingdiecast.com. We're completing lap 97, so we're going to be 3 laps to go. 98, 99, 100. Yeah. These 3 laps to go. Pace car is going to dive in. We're going to be lights off on the pace car this time by Tyler Dalton. Kevin King, restart zone. Green flag, 19 goes. King, Jorgensen, Rivera, Donaldson behind. Wesley Donaldson trying to capitalize on a newer tire. Nelson Rivera. Oh, big cluster coming out of the corner as Jimmy Coleman will be wrecked to the inside. No. Coleman up the race line. Drivers, that's Friery down to the bottom as well. Campbell here. These drivers are sideways here. Tyler Dalton to lead. Kevin King, Nelson Rivera, the 88 of Jorgensen is Wesley Donaldson in tow. Man, what happened? Real quick, white flag waves, final lap, a little free for the 54 it looks like. We'll see, and then just everybody a little free. Back to live, Tyler Dalton trying to sneak this one out as the white flag waves. 3 and 4, Kevin King trying to beat on it. But a 2-tire Strat's going to win it for Tyler Dalton, as I think the straight, yeah, he's got it. Tyler Dalton, 2 laps. Rivera breaks the tie, or has the tie. The Rivera and Wesley Donaldson will be tied for the points lead. Tyler Dalton wins it here. Kevin King in second. Nelson Rivera in third. Wesley Donaldson, Mark Jorgensen, 4th and 5th. As Jorgensen tried to capitalize, takes a couple of laps for the tires to get up pressure. And I tell you what, Tyler Dalton snuck that one out. What a great strategy. And the 91 able to keep up as well in the early going. A great race. An exciting finish. Tyler Dalton gets a win here. He'll celebrate. Dalton, King, Rivera, that's going to be your top 3. Wesley Donaldson, Mark Jorgensen, 4th and 5th. Josh Parker, Doy Woods, Chad Coleman, Maximus Molina, Billy Hensley will be your top 10. Gatna finishes in 11th. Bobby Wetzel, Glenn Campbell, Robert Friery, Jimmy Coleman, your top 15. Hyatt, Minipace, and Sigmund, your top 18 drivers. Here's the rest of your race results. Thank you to everybody who joined in tonight's race. An absolute phenomenal opportunity to see these drivers get out here and compete every Thursday. We appreciate the Sim 500 series and what the drivers do to be able to knock it out of the park. Man, oh man. That was a legendary move. Phenomenal time. It was an absolute fantastic race line for the driver. Tyler Dalton gets the victory in the Sim 500 Goat Racing Diecast Cup Series. Spartanburg, South Carolina driver. What an opportunity to get out there and put the race line together. Two-tire strat comes in clutch, and the 19 comes home with victory lane. Tyler, tell me about it, man. What a win that was.
Yeah, felt like I had most of the field covered except Kevin. I didn't have anything for him. At the end, I said that entire time, I said, if caution comes out, I'm taking 2. And came in, took 2. I knew it was either going to work really well or really bad. And I tried it some in practice. Felt okay after about 25 laps, and that was sort of a similar situation. So I know it was going to fire off good, and we only had 2 laps there to go. So.
Hey, what a natural green white checkered goes a long way to make this race line as exciting as it was. Because everything was spread out there. What does it take to run the long run here and be as fast as you guys are? I know that Kevin was super clutch on the long run here, but I mean you held your own throughout this race. What does it take? I mean, it seemed like these cars went from being 185 to 188 miles an hour, and then you guys are just it seemed like the pace was way backed off.
Yeah, the tires were definitely wearing pretty good there. It would get loose or tight depending on which line that you were running. So you'd see us moving around, running different lanes. I know at one point the bottom slowed down, middle got faster, then the bottom got speed back. Just had to search around for the grip. I go back and see what Kevin did because I felt like I was running as best as I could here. This is probably my best racetrack, and just wasn't good enough for Kevin. But Kevin's fast. There's a reason he was in pro last year. So it was great to be able to get the win, though, to use some strategy and come home with the win. Definitely think we ran good enough to run second, but caution got us one more spot.
Tell you what, that one more spot matters. Tyler, congratulations once again, man. Always a pleasure to talk to you. I know that you guys are always trying to perfect your form and learn as much as you can from each other. Kevin, did Kevin, I was going to, Kevin will jump up here. I was going to ask him what that experience was like, but what is the experience like running? I know you guys are the clutch of as far as I ratings go. You guys have one of the highest I ratings of series that I call. What is it like to be able to see these pro drivers coming in and out and then you guys running with them and learning from them and then making your guys a staple to it as well?
Yeah, you definitely see certain drivers joining, and you're like, that's probably the guy to beat. And you just got to try to stay with them. You can't let the fact that they were former pro or have a high I rating be intimidating. You got to run your race. And sometimes, like tonight, you get lucky, have things go your way, but you just got to run your race, run as fast as you can. And if it's going to work out, it's going to work out. So.
Well, you've been the class of the field. You and Wesley and Nelson Rivera putting on a heck of a show each week, man. Congratulations. I know this whole field has been putting on a show, and tonight it showed up, and you guys got some good long runs in. Got to learn a lot, and I tell you what, that points battle's really shaken up between you guys. So, congratulations on a victory here. Give you shout outs, brother.
Thank you. I want to thank all the guys at 811. Make sure you call before you dig. You got South Carolina 811 on the hood and on the quarter panels. I want to thank all the guys down there in the Sim 500 Mafia team. Had some good runs there. Wesley came back and got fourth with the same strategy. I want to thank Trend Service Logistics, another great sponsor for our league, and thank you for putting on the broadcast.
Absolutely wonderful race, and yeah, this one was good, man. I like seeing you guys pack a field and go out and deliver, all the drama that you could see. It was amazing. Tyler Dalton gets the victory here, and we love it. We appreciate him. We thank you, everybody out there. We'll let him have it at his time. What a run that was. Congratulations to Kevin King and Nelson Rivera as well. Kevin King, again, former Pro Series driver. Of course, I didn't cover that earlier, so I do apologize to Kevin. He deserves every accolade he can get. Nelson Rivera, though, needed a point, and he got it. So there's a tie for the the top spot right now. I do believe, barring any other bonus points or anything like that that may have happened. But Nelson was clutch to be able to carry the points lead going into this one. Chad Coleman will finish a few spots off. He's going to lose a spot or two because Tyler Dalton was sixth in points coming into today's race, and this is his second win. So we have three different drivers with two wins, with multiple wins on the series. Man, what a phenomenal race it was today. Congratulations to the drivers. Thank you to Joey Gadna and the Sim 500 crew out there for knocking this one out of the park. Thank you to all the folks that put this amazing thing together. Kevin King, of course, going to be legendary out there. He had the class of the field. He was the driver to beat tonight. And Two Tire Strat knocks that one out. Nelson Rivera, of course, the New York driver. He got a win last week. Oh, never mind. There he is. We're going to talk to him. Here he is. He popped up there. I'm going to get the chance to talk to him. Nelson, dude, I think you took over the points lead. Or you're tied.
Yeah.
Or you're tied.
It's close because Wesley finished right behind me, and I don't know if he led a lap tonight. And I definitely didn't lead a lap. Yeah, so I think we're tied.
The session state should have come up here. No, he didn't. Did not lead a lap. So you guys are tied for the lead going into the next week. Holy cow, that's
exciting.
That's gonna be. I mean, this battle is getting close. Now you've got Tyler, who's thrown his name in the book here. He just gained some points and some bonus points there. And then, I mean, you guys are. I talked about it at the top of the broadcast, right? That you guys were seeing your points battle close in, 9 points separated first to third. Coming into today's race. And then if I look back to where Tyler was at 79 points, but you've got 6 more races left. We're over halfway through the season, but 6 more races can really dictate a pace here. And Homestead, you were good. You were good for third here all night. I mean, what a run you were having. Walk me through your race today.
Yeah, it's I try to stay disciplined. The best place on the track where I was making lap time, I noticed in practice, was right on the bottom on both ends. Every time I moved from that bottom lane, even one lane up, I would lose about a tenth or two. So that's that was the game plan going in, is just to run the bottom and ignore what's happening around me, and and try to and hope for a green flag run, similar to last week. And it's kind of like what we got here. We got that early yellow, and then we got the late yellow. And I don't know if you noticed my pit exit there on that late yellow, where I spun it trying to beat the 88 out of the pits. Almost threw it away there, but was able to get my spot back and pull out a third.
I tell you what, I was wondering what was happening there. There was so much going on the racetrack that I was like, I saw that you were back in like 11th, and I was like, man, you came in third, and then it showed you on the timing tower that you were in 11th, and I was like, oh man, something happened there. So I didn't get the chance to go back and look at it, but it's good for the clarification now on what happened there. But yeah, I mean, to restart 11th there, that changes the dynamic of the race altogether, because the top five basically didn't really change all too many positions when it came to being when it comes to that restart. That restart was as flawless as you could ask for to be able to finish third.
Yeah. Yep. We got a good start on the outside beside King. And then going down the backstretch, I had a good run on him just before the white flag, and the car did not want to turn going into 3 and slid up, and we touched a little bit, and he hung on, and that was it. I was that was my only plays to try to get second. But Tyler had an excellent restart, and he was gone.
Yeah, I actually just saw that as you were talking about it. I got a little bit of the slow motion replay thing going on here. So, and actually just showed that you were getting tight and you were kind of coming up with the racetrack a little contact, but it didn't upset your car. It didn't upset his car. Momentum is everything here. The draft dumps dirty air, and the car can become a handful. Were you preferring it tight, or were you preferring it, to be loose as far as handling goes?
Well, for me, it was doing both. It was tight in, and the center got wicked loose. In the center, if you try to cheat a little bit and get on the throttle too soon, and then on exit, it was just the rear was just dancing around at times, especially off of two. But yeah, to me, it was doing everything, all of the above.
All of the above. That's what we vote for. All of the above. Nelson, congratulations, man. I'm excited to see what these points do this next week. I'll keep my eye on it. Yeah, I mean, you beat Wesley by that was close.
Barely.
That was 2/100ths of a second. It's literally the front bumper on this on this next generation Ford, Dark Horse Ford. Fantastic race, man! Congratulations on a P3 finish. I know that this is going to turn into a heck of a battle for you, man. Give a shout outs.
Yeah, and speaking of Wesley, I know he had trouble there mid race. He got together with another car, and for him to bounce back to come to back to fourth and almost get me for third, he's going to be tough these final 6 races for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh no. That's why I say this is going to be an epic battle. I'm looking forward to it. We got Legacy, Texas next week, then Talladega, Dover, Kansas, Darlington, and Charlotte. So we got some fun driving racetracks coming up, and you guys are going to have your hands full regardless. Legacy, Texas is a bumpy track for this car, and I expect to see. It's going to be exciting. Is what it's going to be, and I'm excited for it, man. So give you a shout out. Go ahead.
You're gonna get a little bit what you saw tonight with the car sliding around, but yeah, I want to give a shout out obviously to the league, and we got a good turnout this evening, 27 guys, so that's pretty good. And overall, I think it was a good race. And shout out to the LaRue eSport guys. I got my teammate Rob Friery to run tonight. He didn't get the finish he was looking for. He got caught up in a wreck there on the final lap, but yeah, he was having fun, and that's it, man. And looking forward to next week.
I tell you what, I appreciate you, Skokie, out there. Yes, we are live on X. It's going to be awesome. You can tell Friery as well that he was so every race I try to pick a driver for the iRacing.com promo code thing where because you can refer drivers to get a bonus for people signing up. So that's what I did. I used to, he was my driver tonight to refer. So whenever you sign up for iRacing.com, folks, you can put a name in of a driver that referred you, and you can put in Robert Friery III's name in there, and he should get I think it's $10. I think it's what it is. It's a $10 bonus for referring drivers. So phenomenal time. Nelson, much love, man.
Oh, nice.
What a great race. And I try to do it every race, and sometimes I forget, but most of the time I don't. And we like just picking random drivers. And I was like, I like his name. So let's give it to the 77. But you know what? He started where he finished. So he started 14th, he finished 14th. It's a net positive. That's the way I look at it. But
yeah,
Nelson, it's gonna be fun. I look forward to seeing what you guys do next week.
Oh yeah, and you have a good night, sir.
You too, Rivera. Oh, did you get your thumbnail? Did we send that over to you, or you did see it on Facebook, right?
I think so.
Oh, fantastic! Last week you got the victory, and it was.
Oh yes. I wasn't sure what you were talking about. Yes, I did see it. Thank you.
Perfect. Now we got to do one for Tyler. All right, Nelson.
All right, man.
Be good. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one.
That's Nelson Rivera. He gets a P3 finish. Kevin King again finishes second. Yeah, Twitter's the thing, man. We're live on X. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and X. We're working on TikTok. Once we get to the 1,000 follower zone on TikTok, we'll be able to have 5 platforms, which is crazy. It's too much. I always think about bringing it back to one spot, to to one platform, and because you guys out there on YouTube do so much, but the way I look at it, the more exposure that we get, the better off it is. And folks, I know I took about 4 or 5 minutes there in the latter, basically third of the race, at the beginning of the latter third of the race, to clear my throat. Thank you very much to everybody. I have been under the weather the last couple of days, and it just caught up to my throat at that particular point. So, when you do vocal work for the living, and you create yourself some commercials, and you try to keep yourself as healthy as possible, especially when speaking is your job, and not just with iRacing, just in the real world stuff, folks. That's just part of what we do, and so I think everybody out there, this was a great race. This was a great finish. Kevin King dominant all night long, and Tyler Dalton comes out, leads the laps that he needed to button this one off. 2-tire strat worked here at Homestead, and Go Racing Diecast Sim 500 will be back next Thursday. Folks, what an amazing race. Go check them out, sim500.com, if you want to be a part of this league, if you want to be a part of the Go Racing Diecast fam. Well, go to GoRacingDiecast.com. Give yourself an opportunity to get yourself a fantastic diecast. Chuck or Charles Vanskoik, whatever you want to call him. I think he's Vanskoik. He's usually the 23 for me. That's usually who he is. And the guy's been busy, and we want to make sure that he gets all the business he can. So go check him out. GoRacingDiecast.com. Well worth the collection that he has up on his store. To get up there and find it. And if he doesn't have it up there, he can probably find it or try to put you in the right direction. So he is a valuable resource when it comes to diecasts and collectibles. So go check him out. And folks, I love you. I appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Chop Shop Racing Cup Series. And it'll be a good weekend. Be good, be safe, be kind of one another. That's the most important thing. Oh, and call before you dig. Yeah. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one.